Honesty and transparency are
All right, guys, you can actually see that it's sir. It's March the 30th, 2024.
Now you can reserve the latest Cadillac models before they arrive at our showroom. From the impressive Escalade to the all-electric Lyric, we make it easy to lock in.
It's March the 30th, 2024. This is Shawn Dexter again. I'm going to make sure that you guys see that it's actually March the 30th, 2024.
Was that after I texted pH to screen was now 45? Because I said, hold on, hey there.
And I'm going to show you guys if no one is in my room, okay? And I have some explaining to do to you guys. You know, some of these folks, they have a screen. They do take my my YouTube video recording. We saw it and say we actually watched them do it. They thought we were from the state of Montana, a small black community from the state of Montana who showed up here in the state of Florida to watch them turn my YouTube videos using Uscreen toward purporting me as being in Jamaica or purported me as being in some sort of videography setting and stuff like that. Okay, they've gotten caught. Okay, it's easy to prove that they've gotten caught. Okay, their ambition toward doing whatever the fuck they want to do as perceived by them, without filtering any of their thoughts, as long as it makes them aesthetically or superficially happy, without caring about any other demographic group but those of their association or of their sensibilities. You know, that's how people are. I do understand that, but with us at the Central Intelligence Agency, for the most part, the core sector, which is taking control, not taking control, but effectively leading the Central Intelligence Agency, the agency itself, will do a good job in making sure that every agency operative, every agency agent, officer, manager, and other personnel, they are completely educated, and not just educated in the politics of the agency or the federal government of the United States, but educated as proficient practitioners. You know, not necessarily medical practitioners and so forth, but practitioners of whatever concentration is needed to help motivate the right sort of protocol, or the right sort of policy makeup, or the right sort of procedures to get in any particular directive successfully accomplished. So it takes a lot of education, and I'm speaking of not extracurricular activities. I'm speaking of university education, academia, professional school, beyond graduate school and so forth, or beyond undergraduate school, university and so forth. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to make sure that the Central Intelligence Agency is no longer just military motivated as perceived by others. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. We are going to make sure that the Central Intelligence Agency is perceived over the next 30 years as being completely revolutionary, completely multi-focused, completely understood as the focal of the Central Intelligence Agency, and speaking of its entirety, and as in a commending or in perfecting in an agency or in a department, communication, partnering, networking, and systematization and so forth, in motivating perfected. Once again, I like that word, perfected diplomacy, international diplomacy. And so forth, in being a social activist. The Central Intelligence Agency eventually is going to evolve into being known as a social activist. Are we going to evolve the Central Intelligence Agency toward that particular identity? Because we are going to create the Global Intelligence Agency, the GIA, in 2044. I'm going to write up the charter for the Global Intelligence Agency. Okay, it's going to be called GIA. All right, that's already been decided. I promise you. It sounds obscure to some. Not even obscure. It sounds not too familiar to some and as obscure to others. I do understand that, but however, it's gonna work out perfectly. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna have to shave. But anyway, as you can see, it's the same Shawn Dexter done. Okay, I'm gonna shave later on. All right, but anyway, actually, I'm gonna shave in like 10 minutes. I'm gonna finish this up very soon. But yeah. Okay. So, but anyway. So yeah. So sir, you do understand what a security cover is, right? You know we have security all over the area, so you know you're safe here and making sure to project that the security is around here, right? Okay. That's one of my security covers. We do have agents all over the city of Orlando. And there are security covers within the household that I'm at right. Not the household, the house I'm at. That we are not of the same household, obviously. And speaking of a technical household, so that's the reality. Okay, so so I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna honestly write another a work paper today. Yesterday, I did publish my a work paper, and I did post it on LinkedIn, and I did post it on Scribd.com. It was a legal, it's a legal. A work paper, providing legal tenets of what we used to consider universal income, or what we popularly denote or identify as universal income. I'm pretty sure it's going to be formally known as global and standard income, or of sort. Okay, tongue twister. But anyway, all right. So that's what I want you guys to understand. Universal income. It's going to be we're going to have universal income in maybe in a century and a half. But we're going to provide the foundations for it with the formation of the United Nations World Government in 2044. So we're going to have some sort of obviously general welfare provisions within the Constitution of the United Nations World Government, the Constitution of the world. I'm going to author myself under the alias of Khaled Sandiata Hassan. It's not written yet. Whatever is written at this particular point is not corresponsive to what we do have planned in negotiation with the rest of the world. No matter how many signatures we have received on these preliminary documents, which are clearly too simple and too illusory to have any sort of what has been presented by the NSA and some of the other national security agencies all over the world, respective non-national security agency of the United States related, but INSA and national security departments from all over the world have signed some sort of Constitution of the World Accord, this and this and that. All of that is being thrown out. It's clear as day that these people are envious of me. They're quite angry. They're not going to be able to keep up. They still focus on what is at hand right now. They just don't want to give me the credit to doing everything that I've done, the hard work I've put forth, the education that I've received, and my legitimacy as the only person qualified to do these things, to run the Central Intelligence Agency and Interpol, to create GIA, and to be the clear boss of the GIA in advance and after it's created. And they're going to try to get in the way of that being created, but they're not going to be able to get in the way of the Central Intelligence Agency being able to pull that off.
What Marty's done there has helped provide them all with perspective.
In the end, he'll have done more for me than I'll do for him, because of a better appreciation. And
okay, so
Disneyland World, I sometimes lose.
So I do want you guys to understand this, all right? I'm not bragging about anything, but I want everything to work out perfectly, and the Central Intelligence Agency backs me completely and has my backing in putting forth my work and implementing it the right way. There are going to be compromises naturally, but no, you guys are not going to get in the way of me doing my job, and let's do the right thing, no matter what your subjective perspective are, collectively or individually. It's about doing the right thing, not what people want. It's about what people need. Okay? So we live in a democracy, but it's our job to make sure that the Constitution rules and providing for doing what people need.
For
different flavors.
This guy is gonna be, it's called a Mexicano. So the guy is Mexicano.
Okay, still
Creamy.
March the 30th of 2024. Yes, we have detected that LeBron James and one or two decoys did break and enter into one of my houses here in Pine Hills, the house Rashidah Williams is at. She has short hair now. Okay, sometimes it's blonde, very short hair. Sometimes blonde. She's lost a lot of weight, and she's very near, and we have agents videotaping her kissing LeBron James as if they actually had a real relationship, saying that Shawn is likely gonna die, and we just want you to become a famous star, and said that you've recovered from Jesus Christ, and that the world is no longer condemned to hell for being imperfect and liking having fun and getting away with doing mischievous things, which does not hurt humanity in the long run. We have it all videotaped. We have the agents identified, each and every one of them. They're not going to have wives moving forward, no spouses moving forward, no partners. They're going to be lonely for the rest of their lives, and they're going to stop saying bet that. They're going to stop saying bet that and see what's next, okay? I want you guys to know that. They keep saying that they're going to get married and that she's doing this voluntarily and she wants to stay looking rich or clean by being around rich men. That's what they've documented in files. These men are going to lose their penises, their legs, and they're going to watch LeBron James never gain a real penis ever again. We honestly had her amputate the penis of the original LeBron James, and when the clone, not the clone, it's certainly not a clone, but when the lookalike showed up, we ordered his penis amputated also. They have rubber implants, rubber penis implants, with tubes in there to allow them to piss. The pride, and they're still trying to fight me. Men who have been documented having murdered a little girl and covered up having murdered a little girl by having ordered the murder of other little girls, underage females and grown women, protecting their daughters, who have accused them of having raped them and such. So that's what we've had to deal with. They said they're going to have a smile at their face at the fake wedding, or they want to attend a celebrity festival, or want to attend an award show. No, none of that is going to happen. That's off. That's off. No, there's no one here for you. There's no one here for you. There's no one here for you. I'm sure of it. There's no one here for you. I'm sure of it. Who are you looking for? No, there's no one here. There's no one here. That I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. But anyway. So I want you guys to understand this. All right. Any such move will result, and any such move conducted will result in you guys seeing LeBron James completely dead at his funeral, with Rashidah Williams laughing and crying at the same time saying this murderer and rapist really thought that I was going to marry him, and say that Savannah is his first lady and I'm his bitch, that I actually know this man. This man raped me. That's what she's going to say. She's going to say that this man raped her. And honestly, that's what she's going to say to the Central Intelligence Agency and Interpol behind undisclosed offices. You guys will never be able to access the interviews until we show up and we judge you guys and we say we don't want to hear anything that you guys have to say. We just want you guys to know that you guys were being recorded the whole time and you guys have been caught. Okay? NATO officers have been hired. We are going to stage the war. They're going to show up to provide security to the Central Intelligence Agency, and they're going to make sure that everyone knows that we are serious. So LeBron James is going to fake his death within 2 to 3 weeks or so. All right? And the decoys, the two decoys, they're going to fake their deaths also. And it's going to look believable that they actually died. All right? And all his celebrity friends, they're going to show up at the funeral completely baffled that LeBron James thought that Jesus Christ was actually joking around. That LeBron James actually believed that he was Barnabas and that he was the real savior, the one on the cross, the real murderer who got in the way of niggas, white niggas, falling to the bottom of the realm for the rest of eternity. That's what he really thought. That's what he said, and he honestly meant it each and every time, and he actually believed that he was Barnabas. Okay? Do you guys understand what I've had to deal with? That ignorance in the African American community and the acceptance of it and the nurture of it by the white American community, we're going to have to do away with that. And when I speak of African American community, I also include the immigrant black community. They easily fall for the same stuff. They're accustomed of white folks telling them what to do and what to think, just as regular African Americans. You know, there's no alliance against Jesus Christ, a God. The whole universe, the whole world, and specifically this whole world, they worship me as God over this universe. I created it. There's no challenge. There's none of that going on. You guys are telling me how to condemn this world so that I can have complete control into getting it into heaven no matter what in 500 years. And in making sure that Rashidah is here on this planet with me at my side at all times when we reunite on a 500-year vacation, never having to work, never having to do anything other than what she wants to do right at my side with my only male partner and husband, but never having to feel the way she's felt and having to have a smile on her face. She's going to be on a 500-year vacation with my daughter, Rashidah Williams. We're going to keep rebirthing her over the next 500 years consistently here on the planet. I'll be the hardest working man as usual, but she'll be on a vacation to her and to me, myself. Okay? The Queen of Sheba, the mother of Menelik, God of the new universe we are going to create underneath this universe in 500 years. Okay? The only begotten Son of Jesus Christ, my son, my only anointed son. That's what it means. Okay? He's going to be Jesus Christ of his own universe. His name might be Jesus Christ, known as that in that universe that he's going to create in 500 years. Okay? So that's what I want you guys to understand, all right? And I'm not living in two separate houses. I'm a 2021 Golf Visitor Court. I'm not living or sleeping at different houses or working at different houses or visiting different houses. I'm honestly at this house and this house only, okay? And Clay Crispin John, he's here in Orlando. That my biological father, my father that I grew up with here in this particular lifetime, is here in Orlando, and he's going to come visit me and bring over the J-Suits and the Odd Fellows and the Central Intelligence Agency agents who are going to make sure that I walk Rashidah Williams into heaven right when or right after Manhattan is fixed, via nuclear dropping of bombs. Okay, the dropping of nuclear atomic bombs. Okay, one or two. It's going to be one or two. I promise you. There's nothing we can do about that. All right. And you guys they'll say, well, we're not going to be able to remove this from online because there's so many movies and so many interviews about, they're just not going to be able to remove this from online. Is he rapping or is he telling the truth? Even though he's telling the truth clearly to everyone in the church community and the whole planet. That's all right, guys. Exhausted. I have a lot of stuff that I need to say, but I have work to do today. I'm going to have to write a new work paper and post it to LinkedIn and script.com, and eventually I might be able to post one or two more on Google Books and Google Play if necessary. Okay, so later on, meaning in a week or two or so. All right, I might decide to place another work paper or two on Google Books and Google Play. Okay, guys.